What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your captain speaking, CptnCrutch, and today I wanted to bring you a story time of the time me and a group of friends climbed to school. Yes, I know it sounds crazy that I climbed to school. My handicapped butt climbed to school. And if y'all don't believe me, I have plenty of people to back it up. But this was back in 2018, and it was on a summer evening. We decided that we were bored and we had nothing else to do. And I had never really attempted anything like this. Being disabled, I'm very brave about doing things, but I have really never really put myself at this state of risk. But I let my friends talk me into it one night, and we decided to wait until about 10:30 at night to try to execute this. So the time came a couple hours later after we got finished hanging out. The time came for us to go to school. Well, keep in mind, this is a school that I previously went to as a child. Now, the funny thing is I ended up telling the administrator, um, that is the principal of that school, or used to be. I don't know if she is anymore. But I ended up telling the administrator that I did this, and she thought it was actually the funniest thing. But with that being said, let me get back on topic. We went to the school. It was about 10:30 at night, and what's interesting about that school is there's a back part of the school to where it's like a ramp system that goes to their double doors to the back of the school, and there's a cross section where it's like metal on metal, and you can actually hop up on there and like use that as a footing to get onto this tin roof pretty much. So we had decided, and keep in mind this is with one of my best friends, Kenzo. So we had decided to execute that spot to get into this position on this tin roof, because once you got on the tin roof, you had to crawl like a probably about 5 or 10 feet across on top of this metal roof, and then once you got past that dangerous spot, you had a complete vertical straight up wall to get up onto the first platform of the roof, because this was a 3 level platform roof. The very top was, it's like you climb up the vertical wall, and then you basically have a flat section, and then you go up another one, and then you're on the real roof. So me and Kenzo and a group of friends of mine had executed this part, and they lifted me up there from that section, got me on there. Kenzo had came up behind me, and the third person we were with, I can't remember who it was, but he couldn't get his big ass up there. Don't ask me why, but he ended up coming in and clutch towards the end. But there was 4 of us. The other three of us, me, Kenzo, and I forget who it was, but we got up there on the platform roof together. As far as like on the metal part, I'm crawling on the um the tin roof with Kenzo and the other party to go to this vertical wall. It's straight up. It's a straight brick vertical wall, but it's big enough, or it's not as high as you think it would be, but it's tall enough where you can still reach it if you were a decent height. But keep in mind, I'm 4'7", very small, about 100 pounds, and there's no way I was gonna reach it safely without some sort of boost. So I'm crawling across this metal piling, or whatever you want to call it, to get to the vertical wall. I get to the vertical wall. I look at Kenzo, who is behind me, and he basically says, "Stand up, hold on to the wall," and pushes me up there. I get up that first wall. I gave Kenzo a hand, and I helped him pull up there. We get up to the second platform of this roof. We have one more to execute. Now, what was interesting about that part is the second one is even taller than the first one. But the 2 people that were with me, which is Kenzoto and the other party, are tall enough to get onto that second part. But I'm really not tall enough to get to that second part. Um, and thank God we had a blessing in disguise, which was a plastic chair that a maintenance worker had left up there. So they had got me in this plastic chair. I stood up on there and they gave me another boost to the top of the platform, which would execute me on the roof. Or no, actually, yeah, that's true. We got on the roof. Well, here's where the fun part happens. Remember that third party that I said wasn't able to get up on the roof? Well, once we got onto the roof, after I had executed the second, uh, commenced the second climb up on this roof, which is very scary, by the way, and probably very stupid. I already can't walk in the first place, so like doing this is like really ballsy for me because like one fall, I'm done for, man. And I can't already walk. I don't need to be paralyzed too. Like that was a stupid move on my part, but I wanted to do it anyway. So with that being said, they got me up with with the help of the chair. Got me up that wall. We get there, help everybody else up with my hand. Thank God I'm strong enough to help them pull up. So I pulled everybody up. We're looking around, goofing around. Um, I actually think we probably had some beer up there, to be honest. We stood up there for about an hour looking at our other friend who couldn't get up there because he was too heavy. It was absolutely hilarious because he tried for like 20 minutes to try to get up there. And we were laughing because everybody was giving him shit because he's like, a handicapped man can get up there and you can't? That's sad. But hey, man, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to get up there. So, like, I can't really hate on them, you know. It was an experience for sure. Like the real problem was is like we chilled up there for like 30 minutes, and I was like, oh crap! I was thinking to myself the whole time as we were drinking. I think we were drinking up there. I honestly think we were. We were drinking up there, and I was like, oh crap! You know, like I had climbed up on a roof before, which is like absolutely insane because me and ladders really don't get along, but I had climbed up on a roof before, but this was on a whole another level. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the world am I going to get off this thing? So, the guy down below happened to be a blessing in disguise, like I said, because I don't think we could have got me down if he hadn't have made it, like, if he wasn't able to get up there. Like, if he was able to get up there, like, we would have been screwed because the way we ended up having to get down, we couldn't execute the same move to get down below because, like, it's just a straight vertical drop. And Kenzo and the other dude were not about to just, like, drop me because, like, that roof is very, like, steep and straight down. So it's like, why even try to execute it? Because I know that I can't plant my feet correctly. So it's like, okay, well, let's just like Hail Mary this kid and see if he can actually make it. No, they weren't about that, and I wasn't necessarily about that either. So after we chilled up there for a little while, drank a little beer, we we decided that we needed to get down there, or at least start trying to figure out a perfect executed plan to get me down there safely. So when you're on top of that roof, there's one section to where it's a I don't know what you call it. It's like it's got a fence around it, but it's basically where the air vent is, and there's two pallets below that. So we called my friend who was down below that area, and we had to basically stack those three pallets up there. And he stood from the three pallets, and basically they jumped down. So Kenzo jumped, and the other guy jumped, and then we stacked the pallets up there to get me up there, or to get me like a lower base to jump on, pretty much. And they pretty much told me to Hail Mary it, and I pretty much jumped off that son of a bitch. And they caught me, thank God. Hey man, but let me tell you, preface the story by don't doing anything stupid. I do not condone if you're in the same position I am and people try to tell you to do stupid shit. Please do not do that. I'm an idiot when it comes to that stuff. I like to have fun. You only live life once. But, like I said, that could have went horribly wrong. I could end up getting really hurt. But thank God I didn't. You know, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't trust the people I was with. So they got me down after about 15 minutes of me debating to Hail Mary this son of a bitch and just basically trust that they were going to catch me. You know, I was really contemplating my fear about doing this. I basically turned around and shimmied my way down a little bit with my legs and was hanging over the school pretty much. And thank God it was night, because if somebody would have saw us, we'd have been screwed. So I went over to that pallet part of the section where the air vents were. It's not an air vent, but it's like the air conditioning unit. Like, it was guarded around basically like a built like fence type thing. It's like a square, but it basically held the air conditioning unit where the pallets were. I ended up basically laying on my stomach and backing my feet off, and slowly got closer to hanging off the edge. And then I basically just Hail Married it, like I said, and let go and let them catch me. So thank God they did. Or we probably wouldn't be talking right now. I'd probably be pretty much screwed. And like I said, I can already walk now, so I'd probably been even in a worse situation. And it's funny because I haven't told anybody this story. This happened back in 2018, like I said. So this is a long time ago. So let me preface this again by don't be doing stupid shit that you don't need to be doing. Don't take my advice. I'm just here to let y'all know and have a good story to tell. I love doing these, guys. So if you enjoy it, please drop a like. Let's see if we can drop 10 likes on this video. It would really mean a lot to me, guys. I'm going to have more coming out for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Once again, this has been CptnCrutch, and I'll see you in another video.
Contesting hardpoint.